Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I just had to do this second video because my first video on AMC max at $70 has caused one hell of a stir in regards to the Apes community. So it was only right of me to do this second video. It's an absolute must because there's clearly some further elaborating to do and diving into a couple of different areas which some people just seem to be totally confused on, hence why it's important that I do this second video. So firstly, I'm just going to address, I believe the AMC ape movement is very strong. There is no denying that. Like, I have nothing against that. I'm actually not against AMC. I'm very much for, and by the way, I'm not sponsored by any hedge funds, work for Citadel, and some of the comments that were in there were ludicrous. But I am for retail investors making money. So totally for that. This is my point that I'm trying to make. And again, there is no financial advice, just as there wasn't in the first video. So for some of those people that thought there was financial advice, you need to check out my description. There's disclaimers. And at the very beginning of the video, you kind of miss the personal opinion and no financial advice, which I will put up here again, just for any of those that miss it, in pop-up writing. But I am for the ape movement. I like it in the sense that it's bringing retail investors where they have some power back. My point that I am making is, if you go back and watch that video, just re-watch it, my point is that people have been brought in on a FOMO decision. So people who bought in early, which I referred to in the first video, they bought in early where the money has been made. And those that were able to exit at the right time have made some very good money. Those who have held may continue to make money, but also now risk when that crash is going to happen. It will happen at some point. That's inevitable. You can't deny that. No one knows when it is. I think it will be slightly sooner than some of the people in my first video commented about. But the money was made early on. When I refer to the institutions never lose, when you look over historically, what I'm referring to is the central banks and those that control the money when it comes to companies, even look at crypto. They will never let the power be taken out of their hands. Therefore, they will find ways and means of manipulating the system, painting the tape, squashing it all the way up to military force in order to ensure that the retail investor does not win, regardless to whether 85% now of all shares are held by retail investors in AMC. So what I would like to stress here is that the movement is good, the movement is strong. There's no denying that. That was never my point that I'm going against it. What I'm trying to make clear is, what are people's exit strategies? Because I've had many conversations where people have bought in at a higher price and still don't know when they're going to exit because they are listening to certain news articles and certain videos, just like mine, where they're hearing skyrocketing prices. So they are holding out and they don't know what their exit plan is. And surely, my point that I'd like to get across is that anyone who is a savvy investor knows their entry, their reason why, and how they're going to exit for every single investment that they have. And that's the question I ask for you in regards to AMC. Now, when it comes to the emotion, that, as you can see in my first video, there is huge amounts of emotion where people are like, AMC strong together, don't listen to this guy, he doesn't know what he's on about. And I only invest and speak for myself. I can't speak for what other people are doing and why they're investing. But it's crazy, the emotion, because when I invest in things, personally, I try to stay detached and not get caught up in emotions, because then clearly there might have been money that shouldn't have been spent, invested. If you are going to invest into meme stocks, surely everyone should be using dead money, as I've said in previous videos. You shouldn't be using money that you need to pay, for schooling, children, mortgages, bills, medical care, stuff like that. If you're using that money, and people have, like, I know of case studies where people have taken out personal loans and remortgaged their house and invested into AMC, and they need it to work. So they will believe and they will listen to anyone who is pro AMC, and anyone like myself who comes in from a slightly different angle and says, look, consider where this is going. It's plateaued. Will the hedge funds allow any more shortening to happen? Actually, the spikes in regards to, is it going to break past 70, 80, 90 and 100 and beyond because of where they're being forced to go by retail investors? Is that going to happen? I don't believe it will. But the emotion behind it just goes to show how financially some people are committed, and that financial commitment might not be good. That's obviously not dead money. So that's my point. But to summarize, I actually feel that the ape movement is very good in the sense that it brings retail investors with the want to take some control back and earn some good money. I'm all for that. Like, the more money we can earn as a retail investor, the better. The emotion behind it and why you entered and what your exit strategy is, as I talked about in part one, in video 1, is what I was getting at. So to summarize there, the movement's great. I hope a lot of people make money, but my personal opinion is that you need to know your exit, and I don't think it's going to break past these numbers that are being predicted, these 100s, 200s, and if they do, brilliant. A lot of people have made some money as long as you profit out on time. Anyway, until the next video, I hope this offered a little bit of clarity around some people who are getting very confused in my first video. And until the next video, I'll speak to all of you very soon.